definitely the best Disney Plus series ever. Welcome back, guys. Now, we finally got Daredevil Born Again, and it's finally wrapped up. So, let's talk about the season as a whole, and let's see how it fits as a sequel to Netflix's Daredevil. And it really is. But right now, let's review. I give this show major props for having that TVMA rating, that Netflix tone and feel, and bringing back the original characters. Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, Deborah Ann Wool, Eldon Henson, and John Bernthal. Not going through the whole cast, but you get the point. Basically, every character you know and love from the Netflix show is here and well again. Thank goodness. Marvel is finally getting to know that they can use a character to their fullest by giving them the rating they deserve. They did it with Deadpool, they're doing it with Daredevil, and that's amazing. No censory, no editing out blood. It's all the violence and gore that we can possibly want, and all the swearing. So that was a bonus. But I know Netflix's Daredevil had a lot of that, but it required more than just to have that to be a great show. It was also because it was a lawyer drama disguised as a superhero show, and you had some great episodes in those worlds. And this show does that too. It has a great case where Matt Murdock has to represent a vigilante, Hector Ayala, the White Tiger. There's a whole episode when we're just inside of a courthouse with the trial. That was really good. That showed me that they understand the character and they know that he cooks in the courtroom. So you got to let him in those as much as he can. This is the Daredevil season that has the most exposition rather than action. A lot of more people walking around and talking and then less fights. But it makes sense where we're at in these characters' lives, especially where Matt Murdock is as a character. So I was cool with that. Oh, baby. Well, when we do get the action, oh my God, Marvel, you cooked on that, dude. The Daredevil fight scenes are just as good in this, and they have all the violence. People get bodied in this in the most insane ways, and some ways it may surprise you that it's crazy to me that this show has more balls than Netflix did, especially what they try to pull in later episodes. That's insane to me. We saw none of that in the original show. Kudos to them. And even the music, I'm surprised that the soundtrack in this is actually really good. Like, Daredevil stuff usually has a good soundtrack, whether it's the shitty Ben Affleck movie from the early 2000s or the Netflix show or even this. The soundtrack always goes crazy, and I give them mad props for that. Now that we've entered a bigger universe, and this show is fully aware of that, it does have some cool moments where you can have some little name drop Easter eggs. I did like that a lot. There's a whole scene in episode 2 where Wilson Fisk is literally saying out names, and you're like, oh, I see that. I know who he is. Oh my God, Spider-Man? Oh my goodness. It reminded me of a better time of Marvel where they would just name drop or reference something and you will catch it immediately. I did like that. Story arcs are also very interesting. I do like how, since we've left season 3 finale of the original show, and where these characters go off, they're in such a good place, happy place mentally and physically. They're about to start their new law firm, Nelson, Murdoch, and Page. That's how we were left off. And you're like, oh, man, nothing's going to take these guys down. They're catching cases. They're making money. They're living day to day as best friends. Everything can go great until tragedy strikes. And that event was so traumatic that it had them rethink who they were at that point, especially Matt Murdock. The title Born Again isn't just a cool title for the series. It's also dealing with the character's mental state. I always appreciate that, where a title can work both ways, to us, the audience, and also to the characters' lives, really. Speaking of characters, we get a whole slew of brand new characters that are introduced in this series. And yeah, they suck complete ass. They literally were not interesting characters. They were just there to say stupid shit. One is Kirsten McDuffie, the new lawyer friend that Matt Murdock has. Yeah, she comes off as fun and playful at first and a nice friend, I guess, but then in the end, where she's not really that much help to Matt Murdock. It's like she's putting all the work on Matt Murdock, and she's like the background, the bench warmer. So she's a shit as a lawyer, and even in his personal life, she's just messing around with his personal life, trying to get him with girls he doesn't really want to get with. It's like being over excessive on it, and also just very annoying character. I did not like how she would work cases with Matt. I didn't like how she would set Matt up in meetings with people he should not even be meeting with. Like, why? Next is Cherry. Cherry was just straight up boring. Like, dude, why was he here? All he did was just act like a scared old dude when Matt was trying to do anything, especially when it would help with his work, like his work in the courtroom and his work outside. Always trying to talk him out of everything, and he's trying to make Matt feel like crap about it. Like, dude, it was just so annoying hearing him every time he spoke. Man, it is hard to talk about these characters without spoilers. Jesus. Another bad character was Daniel Blake, the biggest kingpin glazer on the planet. Oh my goodness. This dude could not get off Kingpin's meat. It was insane. Every time he spoke, he was always gassing up Wilson Fisk. Like, I know he wants to get a promotion and wants to get into his good graces, but like, tone it down a bit, bud. Acts like a complete creep douchebag when he's out drinking at night, and even when he's supposed to get in trouble by messing up anything he's supposed to do for Fisk, he gets no punishment whatsoever. It was just kind of strange. But the number one worst character award goes to Heather Glenn, the worst girlfriend Matt Murdock has ever had in his life. And she hates vigilantes. She makes that super clear. And when she talks about this with Matt, she makes it sound like vigilantes are cowards, or they're just highly aggressive people taking the law into their own hands by just inflicting violence on people, even though they're bad people. But she doesn't say anything about that. You know what? That's enough spoiler free. Spoilers now. I'm sorry, gotta get it out. Even when Heather is close to death, she's about to get murked by Muse, another main villain of this series, who was used pretty crazy, I might add. He was used sparingly, but what he wasn't on screen, he was a crazy customer. Anyways, Muse has her hostage, so she is trying to get away. She tries to reach for the gun, she tries to wrestle with him. He is beating the shit out of her and like power slamming her to the ground, and she's almost about to die. Muse is about to kill Heather, and then Daredevil at the last second busts in through the window and gives Muse the hands, and then at the last second, right when Daredevil about to knock him out, she shoots him. Heather shoots Muse, he's dead, and then in the next episode, she literally says, "I hate vigilantes. They're just cowards. They're hiding behind masks." And then Matt's like, "But Daredevil was there. He saved you." And she has the audacity to say, "No one saved me. I saved me." What? That is on the same equivalent as this bullshit.
I'm the Flash.
See, that's what you don't get. When I put this ring on my finger, it wasn't just about you or me anymore. It was about us. You are not the Flash, Barry. We are.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Please stop doing this to women characters. I can't stand that at all. Heather Glenn was about to get killed. If Daredevil never came, she will be dead. And she's saying, "I saved me." No, you didn't, girl. Are you nuts? That's enough bad. Let's talk about something good now. And also, another good character is John Bernthal's Punisher. He is used sparingly in this show. I'll definitely say that. But when he's used to his fullest potential. And I loved it. And there was some stuff in the finale that I was shocked Disney let slide. But I'm so happy that they did. Kudos, Disney. Good job. Even times I'm like, damn, Disney really let Wilson Fisk do that? Oh my goodness. I love this show. And I cannot forget to mention the camera work. The camera crew and the special effects people. Mwah. Chef's kiss, dude. They use the camera in such creative ways in this show to help you see how Daredevil senses things. His senses are always enhanced, and they finally took advantage of showing that and using creative camera work to just camera home to the audience. He's sensing this right now. You'll know something's up when we circle in on this or we zoom in on this. It's good stuff. Fisk's anti-vigilante task force is a big thing this season, and I was skeptical on it at first, but now seeing how it was executed, I'm like, okay, this is something definitely Kingpin would do. And him being mayor, he's just straight up abusing his power. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Wilson Fisk would be doing some stuff like that. The task force is so shady that they're really used for some pretty heavy moments. I'm not gonna lie, especially Hector Ayala. That episode, man, that just got me in my heart right there. Kingpin's mayoral dictatorship is getting so bad, and then even the vigilante task force is growing so much. That's just too much for Daredevil. But I didn't love that Daredevil and Punisher teamed up for one final battle in the finale, and that battle was straight up awesome, dude. Punisher was straight up bodying people. Matt was beating the crap out of people. It was everything I wanted to see and more. And then it was funny when one of the corrupt cops was like, "We lost a lot of men today, but we're gonna lock you up and you'll never hurt anybody again." And Punisher's is like smirks. It's funny. This show uses the original characters we know and love really well, but when it comes to new characters, it doesn't know what to do with them. And I did not like that. But at least the characters we knew and loved got all the love they deserved. And back when I was talking about that Born Again title, like, Matt was living a lie. Like, he was like, I'm not Daredevil anymore. I'm just Matt Murdock. Foggy's death really affected him badly, to the point where he just rethought himself. He was like, you know what? No more Daredevil. Let's just be Mayor Murdock and McDuffie. Let's just start there. And yeah, throughout the course of this show, he's trying to go back to being Daredevil, and you see all these new characters try to talk him out of it. And I did not like that at all. I did love seeing Matt just be like, nah, I gotta put this mask back on. I gotta get stuff done. The system is not working anymore. Because in the beginning of this series, he's like, nah, I'm just all about the system. The system will handle the worst criminals ever. We'll just trust the system, lock them up, and we'll solve this in court. And that'll be that. That's the best way to go about it. And no, the system in the MCU is broken. And one of the biggest bad of all, on street level terms, becomes mayor and has full authority to say what goes in New York City. Yeah, no, bro. Especially when that mayor hates vigilantes with a burning passion. No, bro. Only way to get stuff done in that world is to put on the suit and do it that way. Truly. Because New York City is truly corrupt, bro. What the fuck was Spider-Man doing? Even on Wilson Fisk's side of things, he's so used to being a kingpin, doing these shady deals, these meetings and all that. And when he's mayor and introducing this world of politics, it's just not working for him at first. He's like oversaturated with all these meetings, all these things he has to do, all these handshakes, these lunches he has to do, and also all these bills that he has to pass. It's insane to him. But throughout the course of the show, he starts to ease back into that kingpin lifestyle. And now that he's mayor, it just makes it 10 times worse because he has full authority over New York City. Where we leave off in this season, it gets real bad. We need hope in season 2. And I hope season 2 can use the original characters more, because I feel like some of this dialogue that's written really would favor them rather than seeing McDuffie, Heather, or Daniel, or Cherry deliver them. If this whole series was just Karen and Matt, I would love it way more. But Marvel did do a really good job here. That's for sure. Repurposing one of our favorite shows ever on Netflix and finding them new life in a bigger universe. It did a really good job, in my opinion. Even the post-credit scene was interesting. I thought it was like a no-brainer when I saw where it went. But I'm like, okay, yeah, that's right. John Bernthal's coming back. He's going to get his Punisher special. That's a mini movie. I can't wait for that. And I hope they use Punisher to their fullest extent in that one. They did a good job here, but there's more room to explore. In the end, guys, you should go binge Daredevil Born Again. It's truly one of the greatest Marvel products they've put out in a while. The best Disney Plus series, one of the coolest Marvel series. Their creativity in some episodes do have give and take, but we do know that they kept shifting creative teams during the making of season 1, so yeah, hopefully season 2 feels more focused. Did you guys enjoy Daredevil Born Again? Let me know down below. Let's rate it up. Daredevil Born Again gets a B.